Asia, a land steeped in history and culture, is home to some of the world's most breathtaking architectural marvels. From the iconic Great Wall of China to the awe-inspiring lost city of Petra, these wonders have captivated millions. But beyond the well-known landmarks, there exist structures cloaked in mystery, enigmatic sites that have yet to reveal their deepest secrets. Will time unlock their ancient riddles? Let's explore the most mysterious wonders Asia has to offer. Starting with the steppe geoglyphs of Kazakhstan. We're all familiar with the Nazca lines in Peru. However, there are other geoglyphs that are as equally fascinating and awe-inspiring. One of them is the steppe geoglyphs in Kazakhstan. These mysterious structures were accidentally discovered by Dmitry Day, an archaeology enthusiast, while he was using Google Earth to look for pyramids. The geoglyphs consist of more than 200 gigantic rings, squares, and lines of dirt mounds, each measuring around 1 meter high and 12 meters wide. They were built by an unknown civilization in the Turgai area of northern Kazakhstan. They're massive and therefore can only be viewed from space. It is believed that these structures were likely built by a nomadic group of people called the Mahanzar, who lived in the region between 7000 and 5000 BC. However, many scientists disagree with this theory, since nomadic populations don't usually stay in a specific place for long. The steppe geoglyphs are so fascinating that NASA decided to get involved in unlocking their mystery. Unfortunately, we are nowhere close to finding out who was behind this incredible artwork. Next, we have the Hanging Pillar of Lepakshi, India. India is blessed with incredible architecture. Its temples are famous worldwide for the art and history depicted on the walls. But of all the temples in India, the temple at Lepakshi is perhaps the most intriguing. This religious structure has 69 ordinary columns and one out-of-this-world pillar. The extraordinary pillar does not touch the ground, but instead hangs from the ceiling. It's very common for local guides to amuse tourists by passing twigs or newspapers under this mysterious pillar. The Lepakshi temple was built by two brothers, Virana and Virupana, in 1583, and it is located in the Anantapur district of southern Andhra Pradesh. The temple's hanging pillar is a tribute to the engineering genius of ancient and medieval India's temple builder. For centuries, several experts tried to solve the mystery of Lepakshi's hanging pillar. The most notable was a British engineer who, in the process of uncovering the secret of the famed pillar, unintentionally dislodged it from its original position. Thankfully, no damage was done, but the engineer failed. To this day, even with advanced engineering knowledge and modern equipment, scientists have not yet discovered the secret of the pillar's gravity-defying engineering. Moving on, we have the mysterious Khat Shabib. This is a mysterious wall built across the country of Jordan. Spanning about 100 miles, this archaeological structure has stumped experts for decades. The wall was accidentally discovered by Sir Alec Kirkbride, a British diplomat, in 1948. He was flying in an airplane when he spotted a stone wall running for no obvious purpose across the country. One intriguing aspect of Khat Shabib is its height. It only measures 1 meter tall, with a width of 0.5 meters. Because of this, researchers safely assumed that this mysterious wall was not built for defensive purposes. They suggested that the wall might have served a geographical function, serving as a boundary between nomads and farmers. To this day, researchers do not know exactly when the wall was built, who built it, or what its purpose was. However, they've theorized that it was constructed between the Nabatean period and the Umayyad period, and that it wasn't built by one large state, but rather by several small, distinct communities. Up next, we have the Ifugao rice terraces of the Philippines. Rice terraces are a common sight in Southeast Asia. Yet the rice terraces are the Philippines' most valuable cultural and archaeological treasures. This structure was also declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1995. The age of the Ifugao rice terraces is a mystery, an issue that has been debated intensely for many years. School textbooks and national historical records say that they're between 2,000 and 3,000 years old. However, A recent study conducted by Steven Acabado, a Filipino archaeologist, refutes this claim and suggests that the Ifugao rice terraces might only be between 400 and 500 years old. If proven correct, this finding could potentially diminish the value of the Ifugao rice terraces and rewrite Filipino textbooks and historical records. Regardless, the rice terraces in Ifugao are impressive, yet very few tourists are aware of them, which is why they deserve more attention. Up next on the list are the baffling Baigong pipes from China. This archaeological find in the caves of the Qinghai province is quite mysterious. Archaeologists found numerous iron pipes inside a strange pyramid near Mount Baigong. The pipes vary in size. Some are big, while others are smaller than a toothpick. At first glance, one would assume that there's nothing extraordinary about these pipes. However, scientific analysis suggests that they are 150,000 years old. These mysterious objects have baffled scientists ever since they were discovered. Adding to the mystery, experts discovered that 8% of the material could not be identified. The mystery doesn't end there. A geology researcher claimed that some of the iron pipes are highly radioactive. The Baigong pipes are so enigmatic that several wacky theories have been proposed to explain their existence, one of which even has the support of scientists. One theory they proposed was that the mysterious pyramid, along with the iron pipes found inside it, were built by extraterrestrial beings. Do you agree with this theory? Do let us know in the comments. Moving on, we have a mystery from the depths of Lake Issyk-Kul. In 2015, researchers from Tomsk State University discovered an ancient civilization submerged in Lake Issyk-Kul. The lake, which is considered to be the 10th largest in the world and the second largest salt lake after the Caspian Sea, is located in Kyrgyzstan. Researchers found 200 artifacts, one of which is a big ceramic pot that contains Armenian and Syrian scripts. This finding is significant since it could potentially solve the mystery of St. Matthew's final resting place. Catholic tradition says that the apostle was buried in the Salerno Cathedral in Italy. On the other hand, there is a theory among the followers of the Orthodox Church which suggests that St. Matthew's remains are located in an Armenian monastery in Lake Issyk-Kul. They believe that after the apostle died in Syria, his followers hid his body and then brought it to Kyrgyzstan to avoid Roman persecution. This theory remained unsubstantiated up until now. The discovery of ancient artifacts with Armenian and Syrian languages in Lake Issyk-Kul suggests that an Armenian monastery once existed there. However, researchers have admitted that in order to turn this theory into fact, they need to conduct further diving and investigation. Next, a temple that shouldn't exist. The Ajanta and Ellora caves in India are an awe-inspiring testament to ancient craftsmanship and spiritual devotion. Carved into the cliffs of the Western Ghats, these caves date back around 2,000 years and contain intricate temples, shrines, and exquisite murals. What makes them even more mysterious is the fact that no one is entirely sure how they were carved from solid stone. The Ajanta caves are known for their stunning Buddhist sculptures and frescoes, while the Ellora caves house Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain temples. What baffles experts is how these vast, complex structures were painstakingly chiseled out of rock with such precision and artistry, using rudimentary tools of the time. The sheer scale of the caves, some of which are over 100 feet long, raises the question of how ancient builders could have had the skill and resources to create such masterpieces without modern technology. To this day, the true methods behind the creation of these mystical caves remain an enduring mystery. And finally on the list is Saudi Arabia's Stonehenge. Also called Al-Rajajil, or the Men, Saudi Arabia's Stonehenge is a collection of mysterious man-made stone monuments erected in Al-Juf. Many of the stone pillars have already fallen, while others lean at random angles. The makers of these structures organized them into 54 groups, with each group having 2 to 19 stone pillars. At first glance, the stone monuments do not seem to resemble any meaningful pattern. However, if viewed from above, the stone pillars suggest a rough alignment to sunrise and sunset. Archaeologists do not know much about Al-Rajajil. Questions, such as who built them and what their purpose is, remain unanswered. Though not much is known about these mysterious structures, experts have suggested that they don't fulfill any religious purpose. This assumption was widely accepted after no human remains or religious artifacts and offerings were discovered in the vicinity of the stone pillars. If not for religious functions, then what might have been the use of al-Rajajil? Experts suspect that whoever erected these stone monuments used them either for astronomical or political reasons. Aside from that, there's also a group of researchers who suggest that they might have been used as landmarks. Al-Juf, where the monuments are found, was an important stopover on the Yemen-Iraq trade route. Well, that's it for this list of the most shocking discoveries from Asia. We're sure you haven't heard of any of these baffling archaeological finds before, but do let us know what you think of them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.